Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And what have you done to Tam Mattingham to get a response like that? And there goes Mattingham, checking in. And also claiming first of the stream. Woo! I gotta say, I was a bit surprised by that from our good old Tam. Yeah. It did make me think, what have you said to her? Well, anyway, as you can see, we're in Star Trek Line online. Try that again. Gonna do the usual, get the dailies out the way, and then we'll start doing some TFOs. That's, of course, if I can still remember how to play the damn game, because it's been a couple of weeks. Obviously, as usual, this one, scan the satellite, do it in the right order, otherwise the satellite goes boom. Asteroid that magically appears over here. You then have to go and blow it up, get some resources off it, fix the satellite, and move on to the next one. Do it in the right order, and you don't have to deal with the magical asteroid. So, replace damaged fuses, and then work top down. Dead easy.
Honestly, not as much since the game's been stagnant for ages, but I tolerate it.
It's not that stagnant. Tolerates it. You know, in next breath she'll be saying that she loves it. You know what she's like. Okay, you abducted the real Tam. And I can't say I've changed anything in the coding either. So, she's continuing to evolve. Kablooey! Big kablooey! I think I have RNG Jesus with me today. So, today would be the day to unlock any lockboxes if I had some keys. Gotta say, I'm a bit surprised by that. I gotta say, we do seem to be back to the not so great load times again. After they did fix it for a very short period of time. And Tuesday next week, I believe we get a new episode. I think it's another mini-sode, I should say. And a new TFO. So that'll be interesting. As always, keep the rich dilithium vein so you get a guaranteed beaming location rather than a random one. And as usual, we're trying to beat my all-time score of 1035. So far, I've got nowhere near it. I seem to have hit it the once, and then since then I've not been able to get anywhere near it. You can feel the concentration, can't you? Again, as usual, get to a score of about 400 by the time you're down to 20 seconds and you're pretty much guaranteed to complete it. Obviously the overall is getting a score of 700, because then you get the guaranteed 200 dilithium and some research materials or crafting materials, depending what you use them for. And you'll be glad to know blue screen of death is back on. Why, I don't know. I'm not going to get anywhere near it if I keep screwing up like that. Just goes to show how out of practice I am. Been a very interesting day today, especially this afternoon. Had a monitor turn up. I've not ordered a monitor. Correct name, correct address, and came from all places AO. The last place I'd order a monitor from. And I was like, okay. Yeah, turns out somebody's managed to clone one of my credit cards. But how they got all the details of the address and things like that, I can only put it down to one place and one place only. And that being the company that installed the air conditioning. Yeah. Well, they didn't gift it. Apparently what happens is it was sent via the courier, but because of how the courier operates, because they ordered it and then tried to change the address and telephone number, but the courier were like, no, you ordered it and sent it to this address, we're not changing it. And so it was like, I was like, why have I got a monitor? And of course, you know, you then do your checks, and it was like, yeah, it was for a credit card that I don't particularly use, and the only thing that had been paid on it recently was the aircon. So it was like, I know where that's been done. So that was what things to deal with this afternoon that didn't need doing. Weren't a particularly good monitor either. Yeah, apparently what happened was the monitor arrived. I phoned the bank, explained. They then have obviously cancelled the card to send out a new one. Then phoned AO to go, AO, you know, what the fuck is going on? they did a bit of investigation at their end, and they went, yeah, they ordered it and then tried to change the address for delivery, but it doesn't work like that. They, once it went to the courier, it was then the address was then fixed, and yeah. But apparently the base unit for the computer, the courier thought something was a bit off on it, and so we are returning the base unit to AO. So I'm like, so they thought something fishy was going on, because I suspect what happened was they contacted AO to try and get the address changed. They said it's being sent by DPD, they won't change it, so they phoned DPD to try and change it, and DPD went, this is suspect. Right, that is Astro Mining done. And so that is kind of where it is. Obviously, it's been put through as a fraudulent transaction, and the bank is dealing with that side of it, and AO's dealing with their side of it. But again, could done without the inconvenience of it all. But it is one of those things nowadays. You know, like I said, I can pinpoint the only place it could have been done at. Yeah, they are actually sending somebody to collect it on Sunday. So I don't even have to arrange for it being returned. So, yeah. But it was one of those things where you kind of like going, what the hell? And like I said, it weren't even a good monitor. Wasn't even a decent PC at that. But yes, as it is, you know, a specific credit card that I only use for certain things, and it only gets used maybe once or twice a year, and like I said, the last thing that got used on it was the aircon, and obviously they had all my details and everything, so it's like, yeah, there's something very fishy with that. You know, other than that, there's no way anybody else could have got the card. Oh, I should have been Sector. I'm an idiot. But yeah, it was a really, really cheap monitor, about 75 quid, that they bought with it. Really slow refresh rate and everything, and so I was kind of like, yeah, can't even say that I did that in my sleep, or because it's the type of monitor that I'd looked at and gone, nah. Well, not being funny, they bought it from AO, so I think there's enough said in that regard. So that's dealt with anyway. well, from my understanding, it was going somewhere in Derby. Derby. Oh, that's where they tried to change the delivery to. So it's like, very. That's been proven. The Blu-ray. But yeah, weren't quite expecting that today. Well, to be honest, we weren't expecting a monitor. But when one turned up, I was like, what? And then when you're looking at the monitor and you're going, it's a piece of shit, I definitely wouldn't have ordered that.
Please scan the QR code on stream to get the latest social media update.
Would you like to know what somewhat rubbish from Nazareth? Well, you didn't specify what it were. She probably thinks you know. It'll be interesting to see why she... Yeah, she's probably interpreted as that, what's the latest news with me, or the latest rubbish with me. And so she went social media. Just make sure you go to the right one. Right, what do we have? Oh, it's the blockade. What a surprise. God, that felt like it took a long time to die. God, blew it up before it even got torpedoes to it. They're dead, Jim. Alright, that's another one done. Right, off to Zarya. See which mission we get. Whether it'll be tag the ore crates, plant the spatial charges, or just upload the virus. I've got hiccups tonight. I don't know why.
I don't care, but Nazoin loves the Klingon conquests. Go figure.
Do I? That's news to me. I'll say, that is really news to me. How many Klingon characters do I have? 2? How many Federation characters do I have? Too many. God. Blue screen of death. Thank you, Mattingham. Shaved a year off my life. Obviously, for those people not in the know, blue screen of death doesn't just show for you, it shows across all 3 of my monitors. I can't see a bloody thing. But I have learnt to read it before reacting to it. That is one thing I'll definitely say. So it's when I see the bit that says Nazarin is a spanner, that's when I go, yeah, it's mine. And it's plant spatial charges. Oh, we got the second beaming group. So, as always, if you get tagged the ore crates, one lot over there. One lot over there. God, I have to think then. Another lot over there. Plant spatial charges. This one here, pillar in the next room, and pillar at the very back of the room. Obviously, as long as you go this way. If you go the other way, don't tell you. God, I've definitely got RNG Jesus today. Everything seems to be dying super quickly. And it's not me for a change. It's like, what the hell? I call hacks. Definitely no next group beaming. Sounded like somebody was preparing to launch a grenade there. I don't think I've got anybody that launches grenades. Have they changed one of the audio bits? Unless the night health monitors now clatter a grenade. Anyway, on to the next one. Right, which we want to be heading over to the belt. Now, which one are we going to get this time? Is it going to be the cloaked minefield around the destroyed station, or is it just going to be the general combat? I think it's going to be cloaked mines. Oh dear me, yawning already. And it's cloaked mines. So move a little bit forward. Fire at will. For some reason I've lost control of my ship. So we'll try that again. It go boomer. That's the important thing. Gotta say that turret firing is absolutely atrocious. 90% of them miss. I'm gonna say this ain't Star Wars, and they're Star Troopers that couldn't hit you if their life depended on it. God, I'm getting a lot of what do they call it? Dilithium burns. See, it felt a bit excessive that in that fight. Right, so we just have to do the Breen Patrol. And I clicked it when I didn't mean to. Oh God, come on. It's not my day today. It really isn't. Come on. Yeah, they had actually fixed this, so it's actually loading really, really well and really, really quickly. And that seems to have kind of like gone out the window. I've got the combat one now. Well, I would have had it if I hadn't already completed it. Because the station was magically repaired. Could have waited 15 minutes, could have done it again. Right, so set target to Breen. So as usual, you set course for Breen, and if you see the Breen Patrol anywhere in this area here, you're looking for those two star systems. If you see it anywhere there, don't bother going for it, you won't make it. Just keep going because it despawns round about there, I think it is. So there you go, poof, gone. And all that happens is it disappears there, reappears at Breen, and starts making its way again, trundling along. So hence the reason why I always say target Breen, and you'll see the Breen Patrol. And it's doing that weird thing where it super zooms out again. As usual, if you're playing Klingon, you just open fire, no negotiation or anything. As you know, I'm playing good old social workers in space. So it is the usual of go in and negotiate. Suppose I was looking for the word. Again, I'm not going to read out the wall of text because I do these pretty much every time that I stream Star Trek Online. I'm not going to give them the Latinum. Offer something else. Find another option. Do not appeal to Breen. Analyse risks. Attempt deflector pulse. Fire the pulse. If you appeal to the Breen, you fail it and then you're locked out of it for 24 hours. Which obviously that's not what you want. At this point you can choose to fight them, but obviously I'm social workers in space, so no. And that should be the dailies done. Well, the ones that I do. I don't tend to do things like Tour the Galaxy and things like that, because it's just running around the map. And I think I'd rather watch paint dry than that. I think scratch paintwork coming in then. Right, anyway, let's start doing some random TFOs. Obviously, it's the Breach event and Storming the Spire. I can see those two are going to come up quite a bit. Obviously, because we've got a new short-term event come up. So you can get, I think it's one of the Dreadnoughts. One of the Breen Dreadnoughts. It's like, yeah, I'm not that fussed. Jack of the USS Cooper. Elaine Garrett, USS Endeavour. I always like to see what people have named themselves. As you can see, it's warp out animation, so we know we don't have a dreaded ground TFO. We do have the Earth Space Stock event thing running at the moment, so President of the Federation is going to pop up every now and again and drive you absolutely bananas. And it, for some reason, it seems to come in really, really loud. So just a slight heads up there. I'm hoping I've moved far enough away from Earth space dock, or going to move far enough away from Earth space dock so we don't get it. Oh, I forgot to mute Discord. It was supposed to be a boom. I'm gonna sit and restore power to these ships. So we are missing a couple of ships over here, and we'll go and get them. Leave people to do the pew pew pewing if they so wish. Now come out for warp, mob, impulse. Full warp, yeah. Who am I trying to kid? Right, that should be all the ships powered up. So now just got to power up the satellites and get them repaired. Probably should have done that satellite while I was over there, but I didn't.
Satellite is back online. We'll launch tractor mines against the hurt ships.
I'm gonna say audio keeps crapping out. Because there's obviously too much pew pew pewage going on. I could have sworn some ships just walked in then. Suppose it could have been the warp out of something. Beta Gamma.
The last of the
Earth
refugee
spotted
ships are
at
ready.
Escape route Gamma. Get over there. Head to escape route Beta.
My God,
Refugee ships.
that makes a change for it to be the lane that I'm close by to. I think we'll get another wave here before the warp out. Just looking at where they are. And it looks like I'm going to be completely and utterly wrong. Oh no, I were right. Take it all back.
Refugee ships heading down escape route Alpha. Protect them. Herc Dreadnought on sensors. Be careful. Herc ship,
Nah, you don't need to be careful.
get over there.
Oh my god, a purple. I don't know what the purple was. Dilithium, apparently. How did he deploy the pirates to keep himself healed?
Head to escape route Beta. Protect the refugee ships. Refugee ships heading down escape route Alpha. Protect them.
I can say the Klingon was over here. Not anymore though. Get that sneaky feeling that we both jumped.
All lanes will be utilized now.
Because it looked like we had ships warp in here, but actually didn't have any freighters. Now, supposedly, all lanes are being utilised now. Don't really look like it. So Gamma's still looking really well. I was about to say it's looking really empty.
At escape route Gamma.
Not anymore.
Over there. Head to escape route Beta. Protect the refugee ships.
It's like I've seen the weapons going off, but I couldn't see what they were hitting.
Alpha, protect them.
Other than the first two initial ships that came in. Didn't look like much were going on. Oh, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Boom!
Hurk ships spotted at escape route Gamma. Get over there. Head to escape route Beta. Protect the refugee ships.
No.
Refugee ships heading down escape route Alpha. Protect them.
Oh, I'm tractor beamed. How rude. Just for that, double dilithium burn. Just gonna blow up the remaining ships, which they're not gonna be around for much longer.
Target's shields have failed.
That's everyone. We did what we could.
How did we do? We did alright. So again, like always, on the hour of I do take a couple of minutes break. We are coming up to that time. So I'm going to do the break, obviously, that couple of minutes early. This is obviously where, over here on Twitch, I do run 3 minutes of adverts to disable pre-roll adverts. So, very much so. So, obviously, it was you, Mattingham. Should have known. That's completely thrown me off my game now. So yes, as I was saying, I'm going to go on break now. I'm going to do that a little bit early because standard TFO normally takes about 10 minutes and we don't know which one we're going to get, and some of them can be longer than that. So as always, adverts are not guaranteed. It's down to region availability, but who we're kidding, you probably will get adverts. Obviously, if you are a subscriber, you shouldn't. So other than that, I will be right back. Right, and we're back. So we're just going to continue doing some more TFOs. See what we get. We've got to get Storming the Spire. And the breach, I always get lost and tend to blow up at the end. So that's bound to happen at some point. I wish that told you which one you were getting. Because if it told you and it came up Bug Hunt, I could go, nope, not doing it. Well, it is a space TFO. I'm switching. Oh, I can't switch Starship. I was going to switch Starship. Oh well, never mind. Maybe I won't then. Is that a bog standard Galaxy? It can't. Surely not. No, World Razor Command Juggernaut. I didn't think it could be. I'd have been really surprised if it were.
You will find clarity. You will have strength of purpose.
No, I won't.
Be born.
I'm probably going to blow up.
Right shield.
Oh, I'm hitting all the wrong keys tonight. When you're having to look at your keyboard because you're kind of like going, why is that button not gone on? And it's like, because you're like one key over. What we got left?
We're detecting a massive
Good old space cigars.
Your efforts are futile.
Your efforts are futile. Apparently.
Another.
They're not.
That way. I am eternal! This is not the end.
But to be fair, the Borg Queens had more comebacks than Shah. You know, so you just kind of get a bit, yeah, okay. Again, that's kind of one of those things that kind of hope that once this story arc with the Borgie's over, they're going to give them a break for a bit. You know, maybe come out with some new original content. USS England. Okay. What is that? I know it's ugly, but what is it? Credence Miracle Worker Dreadnought Cruiser. Oh, it's different texture. That's why it's throwing me. Got an Excelsior class of some sort there. Fleet Advanced Heavy Cruiser. Gone for the very blue look. You know. Oh, too far, too far. Actually, it looks quite good. Quite like the look of it. It's just some of the patternings I'm not a fan of, especially on the nacelles on that. But other than that, I think it looks quite nice. You know, and there's me with the non-patterning Enterprise from the movies. God, this is taking a long time. Yeah, I'm definitely in queue. Oh, it's another space one. Like that'll catch on. What do you mean?
Listen up. The
Good old Starbase 1. God, I've not had this in a while. One that I always say, if you're going to start doing elites, this is, you can tell I've been playing WoW as well. This is one that I do recommend. Especially if you're wanting to farm marks.
Here they come.
It's that glazed look in their eye. I'm wondering what the hell it was shooting at then.
Klingons are breaking incoming warp signatures. We may have a short amount of time before more arrive.
Well, that ship departs.
Reading some heavier ships incoming. Raiders and battle cruisers. The evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
A little bit distracted here. Certain little black things here. Terrorizing. Right, that's warped out. Start making way over to the other side.
The evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
Again, I'm hitting keys and going, why is it not going off?
This is Andor. Our shields are taking hits, and we could use it as...
The evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover. The Klingons are regrouping again. Get into position to prepare for the next assault.
Get ready for the next assault.
Klingon battleships. Keep fighting.
What? The next assault has begun. They always troll when they leave.
The evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
Oh, dilithium burn. And another one. Good old cleaver ship. I actually thought you were going to get to it then.
Roosevelt was in need of aid. Can you draw off some of those...
Don't lie, you've already walked out.
That'll
There we go. Assault complete.
Now, how much longer we can keep up with this?
Right, what I'm thinking about. Not that button. Let's do the switcheroony. Did it change everything over correctly? Yeah, it looked like it did. Right, let's see where we end up now. God, I don't know about you, Mattingham, but this week has felt like it's gone really quickly for me. Really quickly. And I've got to say, it's been nice to be able to actually stream properly without having to deal with things. Lots are going to London. Well, that one. Oh, I don't feel as maneuverable. I feel like a bit of a space slug. Good old flying brick. Well, that went kind of quick. Already on to the final stage. I don't think we got any of the Vulture or like that, the big Klingon ships. Yeah, that went a bit quick. That went very quick. Very, very, very quick. Yep, in London on Thursday and Friday, doing a charity work with colleagues Friday. Oh, and Birmingham Monday. Chocolate biscuit. That's all I can think of whenever anyone says Birmingham now. Yeah, I knew we'd get this eventually. Oh, hiccups again. I thought I'd stopped him. And no, that doesn't mean I need a fright. Why is everybody hanging around this end? God, that's shoot AFK in. I'm going to say, you do your cloud and then when it's on cooldown, you drop out your pillars. You know, you can pretty much do that on autopilot then. It's clever. But when people do things like that, I kind of like think, don't you get bored? Yeah, watch it. It'll just literally sit there. Doesn't need to move because it's got the turret should get everything in range. Whenever I see that purple explosion, it reminds me that it's the torpedo from the Planet Killer. I think that's the mission that you get it for. The one that looks like a giant one-eyed Venus. This is the only way to describe it. That's seen better days or been overused, depending on how you want to look at it. Which one's that troop transport going? That's doing alright over there. Windmill. There is only one windmill, and that is the pink windmill. I did actually have a look to see if there was any way to bring the pink windmill into Enshrouded. And though there is windmills in the game, I'm not sure how they've done it. I'm not au fait enough with it, so... Gonna die before I get there. Oh my god, another 3 minutes of this. Oh god, I'm hitting all wrong keys. I'm like, why is it not happening? Ship is not under attack, don't lie. Another 1 minute 15. A hologram? Yeah. Also nearly dead. Right, that's that phase done. Giant space jellyfish is probably getting ready for the big cruiser. Looks like Tazil's already out there waiting for it. I'm blind! I can't see! Do a mad dash over the other side to blow up escaping shuttles that, you know, the Federation says it never does. And then in good old Starfleet fashion, they award points for it. Are everybody else blowing up shuttles or not? Because I blew that one up and we was at 7, now we've only gained 1 extra shuttle. Got them that time. Probably a good job because I think otherwise I wouldn't have got the bonus. That was very much one of those, where's this going? Right, let's hope that we don't get it again before end of stream. I don't want Bug Hunt, though to be fair, I think I would take it. Just have a quick sup of my drink. God, deliver at least 10 prisoners, Starfleet. I've never got that many prisoners. I don't do the missions for them, to be honest. The bridge officer mission things. but for the reward you get for it, it's not really worth it. Well, it's another space TFO because we've got the warp out. Which one are you going to be? You're going to be... Oh god, these boring satellites.
We don't have a lot of time, so I'll make this...
Who we're going to be fighting? That's the next question. Because it is kind of random to what you're going to be fighting. If it's Borg, it's going to be dead easy. If it's Voth, they have massive soaks, so it's just going to be a bit... I think 9 times out of 10 you wait for each time out. Than more than trying to defend the stations. Because their sink is just massive. Terran Empire's pretty easy as well. Oh, these ships cloaking.
They're on an inter...
Ah, Tholians, and not too bad. Main thing you have to deal with there is the annoying webs.
Parts are ready. Scan the set.
And it just went boom. And again. I didn't see what it were that went boom. How many is there? There's 1 this end. 2 this end now. So 3 and... Shit ton of sentries are being deployed there. I'm gonna go this end. My god. Finger placement, all wrong track. Oh, we've got space jellyfish there over here. I think I'm going to go down other end if space jellyfish is this end, because it's not going to need anything.
Picking up multiple enemy signals on sensors. Get ready.
What is it? The barrel sentinels or something like that? I think. Oh no, I'm being targeted. What will I do? Oh no, I'm trapped in the web. I'm going to say, Sentry must have become popular again, because I've not seen it used in a long time, and suddenly seen it, what, in 2 TFOs now? You know, it's like, what's changed? Why is it suddenly, you know, the go-to item of the week? Maximum pewage. I'm going to say, we've got the next phase in a second. Right, it's upgrade the satellites. As engineer, mine suck.
Satellite upgrades are now available.
And I don't know what we've got. I think we're all mostly engineers, funnily enough. Right, this one's all been upgraded with tactical. I did side and back. Because hopefully not much is going to go to the middle one.
Picking up the enemy flagships. Hang on up there.
What to? He's not centered up this time. It's probably on cooldown. Is Gamma having issues? Or have they managed to pull both groups over from Beta and Gamma together? Kind of a bit hard to tell.
Did it! Enemy fleets have disengaged.
Oh, that was a lot there. That was a lot to try and keep track of. Main thing that you have to deal with in that is the webbing. Because that's a pain in the backside if you get caught in it. Right, I think this will probably be the last one for tonight. So I'm very tired. Very, very tired. I have a feeling that when I end the stream, I might actually go to bed. And everybody will have to look after themselves tonight. Well, give us a good one to finish on. Just not Bugum. Thank God, no Bugum. And it's what? Bog.
The situation is grim.
This could be over and done with in literally no time. Let's see how quickly this one's over.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Got it. Additional data is available. The nanite probe will repair the transformer. Stop that.
No! Just QB and Gateway. Always a good one to finish on when it's a quick one. Like I said, that's what I'm going to be leaving it for tonight. We are back Monday with whatever the hell I want to play. Tuesday it is going to be Mass Effect Andromeda, try and plough through some more of that. Thursday, again, Mass Effect Andromeda, because again, I want to try and get that finished. And more Star Trek Online on Friday. There you go. I saw that. So I was actually... Oh, God, I didn't see that, though. You kid. Right. So, like I said, that's what I'm going to be leaving it for tonight. Have a great weekend. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, which obviously don't leave much. And I will see you Monday. Take care now. And remember... do something for yourself this weekend. Especially you, Martinum. Especially if you're going to have a really hard week next week as well. Okay then, take care now.